All right. There's gonna be a little bit of background noise, but and I just shaved. But I'm bored at home, and I got my work done for today, so I'm just gonna talk for a little bit. Right. The hell? My Discord's tweaking. Okay, so my job, right? Um, I run. I think I talked about this in my last video. I run a web development company, right? It's a local web development company called Kirk and Co. Web Design, right? I handle like about a dozen websites um, with other people's businesses, right? So I started that a couple years ago. Um, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. Um, I have a little like my evidence is pretty anecdotal for how I've run my business, but um, we're I say we, but really it's me and some salespeople. I handle all of the technical side, all the back end stuff, and the front end. Really, they just push sales. So I guess I'm just gonna talk about running a business and my experience. Um, I'm not like a seasoned veteran, right? Um, I've only got 2 years under my well, 2 years and a few months under my belt. Um, but it's it's been more fulfilling and more fun than working a regular job. Right, definitely 100%. But it is astronomically harder. You have so many different things to keep track of compared to what you would with a normal job. The amount of work that you do on a specific thing is reduced significantly, right? Hold on, let me take my headphones off. I can't. All right, right. Um, However, you have again so many things to keep track of, right? There's absolutely no way um that you can scale a business like with just yourself to like crazy high numbers, right? So what I did originally was I'll just give it like a storyline. So me and a friend I had at the time um, started this like web design thing, right? So it was spring break, our sophomore years. So 2024. Yeah, it would have been 2024. Like uh, kind of mid March ish. I didn't have a laptop at the time, so he brought his, and we just started like finding people who didn't have businesses and calling them. Um, Sorry, there's a mower going on outside. So what really happened was, hold on, I'm gonna stand up. Um, we got this one dude that finally was like, all right, yeah, I'll take a website. So we well, I got to working on the website, and then he eventually said, wait, hold on, this is my OBS is up here. All right. So he eventually was like, all right, we're shutting down. We don't need a website anymore. It was this restaurant a couple towns away. So I was like, all right, whatever. And apparently, my friend was not like involved in the business. Like he didn't really care. So I was just like on my own for a while, until I could get a laptop and just straight up like cold calling people, trying to get cash flow in. And I also, again, had no idea what I was doing. But there's this place called the Pantheon Business Theater near. Well, that's where I work out of, and it's it's they call it the Business Incubation Center, but it's really just you pay a monthly subscription, and then you can go in there like 24/7 and work. There's like coffee, snacks, great place. You can reserve meeting rooms, offices, phone booths, a stage, all that jazz. So eventually, I get I meet this one guy, right? He runs an art guild. Well, he doesn't run it, but he's on the board of an art guild. So he's like, "Hey, can you send me a quote for a website? Because we need one." And I was like, "What is a quote? Or what is?" He's like, "What?" He's throwing out these words, proposal and quote, and I was like, "What are these things?" So I just threw together a tiny little, like, I charged him $600 for that website, and it took me like 2 months to make, but it was progress, right? So that's the main thing. This makes me look super fat. I know I'm a little chubby, but not that like obese. Um, Baby steps. You're not going to make a bunch of money starting off. Um, I also, this isn't like advice. I'm just giving a personal anecdote. This is like the story of my business. Uh, Finished that website. I was actually really proud of it at the time. Now I look back at it, it's just gross. There's so many things that are wrong with it, and I was still in the journey of learning how to code professionally. I started coding when I was in sixth grade. Well, actually, when I was in fifth, I was wanting to go into game design, but that didn't work. Then I learned JavaScript in sixth grade. Got a certification from Google. Um, then it was this course called Grasshopper. It was like really entry level stuff. And over the next couple of years, I kind of coded on and off. But I digress. I then I got one more client after that, and then the it was kind of stagnating. I was like, I really want to get this business off of the ground, right? Which I ended up calling a local restaurant that I really loved and I frequented a lot still. And I was like, they had a really old, outdated website. And I called them and I was like, hey, uh, just let me make your website for free and I'll host it for a year for free. And the owner was like, you know what? Yeah, we need our website redone. So go ahead. Um, so I redid their website, and um, it's 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 their current website as well. And I'm really proud of how that website looks. Um, I think it's really well laid out. It fits their theme perfectly. Kind of minimalistic. It's the soup salad sandwich shop, but it has a certain elegance to it as well. So it's minimalistic but classy. Um, like it's not like corporate. Oh well, we're gonna make everything as minimalized as possible. We're not gonna put any details in. But this one, it has like floral designs around the website, but like sparingly and well placed. Um, I like it. It's like a white and like a burgundy theme with some cream and gold accents. It's just really pretty to look at. And the colors weren't decided by me; they were decided by the owner, who is really good at her job. She's great at talking to people, good at the business side, um, great at customer service. But um, that was a great stepping stone for my business. Just offering to host one, like redo one client's website for free and host it for free for 1 year, like launched my business off of the ground to the dozen clients, like from 3 to 12 now. We actually just crossed that threshold. Um, and there's my process evolved. Originally, what I was doing, I was offering like a traditional build cost, so like $2,000 or $3,000 depending on the website, and it would vary dramatically. I've done websites that were $500-600, and I've done websites that are $3,500, and they're like drastically drastically different in their features. Um, and I realized that wasn't really a sustainable business model because big upfront costs. You're like, oh well, I get like $3,000 from this one guy. Well, what do you do after that $3,000 is gone, right? You have to keep calling people, keep scheduling appointments, keep making calls, and you'll never be like you'll never be comfortable. Now it's good to be uncomfortable every once in a while, but like you'll never be secure is what I mean. So like one deal gone wrong can completely screw up everything. Which I had a deal go wrong. It was the biggest deal at the time, and I almost bankrupted my business because I put everything into this one deal. It didn't work out, and I had to pretty much start from scratch. Um, and I'm really grateful for my clients who've stuck with me this entire time. Like I'm getting ready to go to college, so what I ended up doing, I changed to this monthly model. It's more structured like a SaaS, but not really. I place a huge emphasis on I'm the problem solver guy. One of my clients, they have a lot of problems with their printers, and their previous website, it was really old. It was linked to their email, and we've had continuous problems with their email. But whenever they call me, I'm the fix it guy, right? I go in there and I fix it. Um, I've spent countless hours in their office fixing it, and I I mean I appreciate their patience a lot, and um, it's it's been hard to keep up with everything. That's another thing that if you're going to start a business, that's something that you'll struggle with is keeping up with everything because you have to keep track of like if you're working a regular job, you have one job, right? So my salespeople, their job is to generate leads and call them, just set up appointments. That's their job. They set up appointments with these people, and I work with them one on one to try to figure out what they need. Most of the time, it's a website, and then I do it, and then we all get paid. Um, or uh, you're a construction worker. Your job is to do whatever this guy tells you to do, whatever the foreman tells you to do. You do it. You follow the blueprints. You follow the plan, and you do what needs to be done. Like pouring concrete, your job is to pour concrete. Um, if you are an IT admin, your job is to handle support tickets. Um, when you're a business owner, you do all of it. Um, but the thing is, you get to do all of it however you want, right? And it's just more and less freedom at the same time. Yeah, I work like probably 60 hours a week in total. Um, but I work those hours whenever I want, and sometimes it's 60 hours, sometimes it's 30 hours, sometimes it's 80 hours. And um, I wouldn't have it any other way. I actually started a day job of just 3 hours a day. It's in my specialty. I'm handling some. Um, I'm handling a company's. I'm writing a report for their software for certain things. What it does, I can't go into detail because that'd be bad practice. Um, but I'm happy with it too, and I still have a lot of time to do what I need to do for my business. And but yeah, you handle your accounting, you handle your invoicing, you handle like all the financial side. That's on you as a business owner. All of the operations side, you need to structure that. And if you're hiring people, you need to make sure you're hiring the right people for the right positions, making sure their tasks are organized um, and given to them. Like being a manager and is a lot harder than people think. Um, you you don't have to do as much of the brunt force work, which as a business owner, unless you have people to do that, you still have to do it. So whatever you don't have people to do for you, you have to do. So I had to learn that the hard way. Um, I'm actually bringing on one or two more people to help me, which is exciting. And um, oh, another thing, you have to have a plan for what you want your business to be and where you want to go, which is like, oh, well, if you have an idea, you can make a business. Well, I wanted to make a business and then I figured out the idea later. I wanted the freedom of having a business, but I didn't know what it was until I settled on web design. And now going into college, I have to start thinking logistically about how I'm gonna do what I need to do. But yeah, but it's been a fun learning experience, and I just wanted to kind of log that. All right. Hello.
I need the basket.
Okay. Take the basket. Take the basket.
It started sprinkling right as soon as I finished mowing. It was a miracle.
That's peak.